What's up guys, it's Kelly and today I've got an exciting nail art tutorial for you. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos, and let's get started. So I'm really excited about today's video. I'm kindly being sponsored by Holo to share with you guys some nail art using their brand new collection, which is called For Art's Sake. If you guys haven't heard of Holo before, they are a nail polish brand created by fellow YouTuber Christine of Simply Nailogical. The polishes are 5 free, meaning they are free of 5 of the dangerous chemicals that are often found in nail polish. They are vegan and they are cruelty free. They are also made and shipped out of the US. So yeah, like I said, there's a brand new collection out. It's called For Art's Sake, and in that set we have 3 brand new nail polishes as well as 1 reformulated nail polish. They're all cream finishes and they're all super opaque, which means they are awesome for nail art. So since this set was really inspired by modern art and pop art, that kind of thing, I really wanted to put these polishes to the test and do some nail art inspired by Piet Mondrian. You guys will probably recognize some of his more famous paintings, but he's really famous for that style where you see a bunch of boxes in primary colors, and this is a design that I've always wanted to try, but you really need to work with extremely opaque creams for this, and I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to really test out the opacity of these polishes, because I've always talked to you guys on my channel about how the creams are specifically so incredible for nail art, and I really wanted to push that to the limit. So let me show you guys the nail art tutorial and then I'll let you know my thoughts on how these polishes performed. So roll footage. So I'm just gonna run through all of the polishes that I'm using for this manicure. So that's the Holo Long Lasting Base. I'm gonna also use the Holo One Coat Black and the Not Milky White. And then all of the new shades, I'm gonna use Banana Hacks, Duct Tape Gray, Green Screen, and then the new reformulated Royalty Blue. And then for top coat, I'm going to be using the Glossy Taco as well as the Matte Taco. So I'm going to start off my manicure as I always do with a nice coat of base coat just to protect my natural nails and prevent any stains. So like I said, this is the Holo Long Lasting Base Coat. And then once that is fully dry, I'm going to go in with my base color. So I'm actually going to be using the One Coat Black as my base color for this manicure, which is kind of crazy because we're going to just see how fully opaque these polishes are over a completely black base. I am going to be using striping tape for this manicure, so my next step is to apply a nice coat of the Glossy Taco over that black, and then I'm going to let it dry completely. And what this does is it protects that black base color from getting peeled up when I use that striping tape. So if you haven't used striping tape before, it's pretty easy. It's just a really thin tape that you can use. It's just a little bit more precise than regular Scotch tape. So I'm gonna actually use this to create my design on the nails, and that's gonna be the black part of the lines. So I'm gonna start off by actually just doing a little plus sign with the tape on my nails, and then I'm gonna slowly add just random spaces on my nails that kind of look like that composition style art until I feel like I have a satisfactory number of spaces to color in. And then I'm gonna take all of the polishes and I'm just going to start coloring in those individual boxes. And of course it is okay to get polish on the striping tape because we are going to peel it off when we are done painting. And the key here is to move pretty fast. I like to plan out exactly what colors I'm going to put in which spaces beforehand so that I know what I'm doing and I move quickly enough, because we don't want the polish to dry before we peel up the tape. It's really important to peel off that tape while the polish is still relatively wet so that it doesn't leave a sticky mess behind. So as you can see, I'm kind of working in sections on my nail, and then as soon as I'm done with an area, I'm going to peel the tape off of that area just so I don't have to worry. As far as the design goes, it really doesn't matter what order or color scheme you are doing for this. I did notice that in a lot of the paintings by this artist, there was a majority of white boxes, so I kind of tried to emulate that on my nails. And I also wanted each nail to look pretty different so that overall it looked like one whole painting rather than just a mini painting on each nail. So I ended up just putting the pieces of tape in different random spots on each nail and then following the same technique where I just went off in sections, added the polish, and then peeled off the tape as it was still a little bit wet. And I was also sure to leave a couple of little black boxes here and there because I noticed that was in the painting as well. You can always use a little detail brush, which I ended up using just for one tiny little corner of my manicure just because I have pretty deep set wet nail beds. But other than that, I was able to use the bottle brushes, which I thought was really awesome, especially considering they are sort of wide and flat. It was still super easy to navigate around the striping tape with them. So what I'm doing next is I'm actually taking that same little detail brush and some acetone, and I'm going in and cleaning up any of those lines that ended up getting a little bit messy. And this is super easy to do because you do have top coat kind of protecting that black polish, so you don't have to worry about that peeling up. And even if it does look a little bit messy, top coat does wonders on any bit of nail art. So as soon as I applied my top coat, it was really able to smooth out that design and give me that full clean effect that I was looking for on the nails. And oh my gosh, I love how this turned out. Like I said, I did each nail a little bit differently so that overall we got one overarching design rather than the same exact design on each nail. And I thought that was such a cool way to do it. And I just love the outcome. I love the colors together, and especially having like mostly white but the pops of color everywhere else. And I have to say, the one coat coverage of each of these colors over a black base was really phenomenal. I was worried about having to go back in and do a second coat, which would make the tape a little bit stuck onto the nail and make less even lines, but it ended up being totally fine with just the first coat on each color. So this really was the perfect set to try this nail art for. And of course, I had to mattify it using the Holo Matte Taco, because if you guys watch my channel, you know that I love to mattify all of my nail art. So here it is in its matte version. So yeah, that is the design, and honestly, I am so impressed with how these polishes performed. Like I said, this is a look I've been wanting to try for a really long time, but it's really hard to do that sort of striping tape design without using a black base. And using a black base means you need extremely opaque polishes to go over it, because even though technically you can do multiple coats of polish using striping tape, it gets a lot harder because if you peel off your striping tape after the polish dries, it's not going to give you as nice of a line. So yeah, I honestly feel like this collection, just based on one, the opacity and those formulas, and two, the color scheme that is in this set, was honestly perfect for this design. And this is seriously probably one of my favorite designs that I've done. So all of these new polishes are available on the Holo website. They come in these standard 12 milliliter bottles, and they do feature the new medium width rounded brush, which makes application so much easier. And they retail for $11 USD each, or you can get the set of 4 for a discounted rate. So I will link all of that stuff down in the description so you can check that out if you're interested. So yeah, that is it for this video and nail art tutorial. I hope you guys love my nail art design that I created. Let me know in the comments what you think of it, if you picked up any of these polishes or if you are planning to. You know I love to chat with you guys in the comments. If you enjoy my videos, please give this one a thumbs up. It lets me know I'm doing a good job. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I put out new videos every Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. And that's it, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Alright, today's fun fact question comes from Patreon supporter Diane, and Diane wants to know, what's the very first video game you remember playing? Did you really love it, or did you quickly ditch it for Pokemon? So Diane, along with a bunch of you guys, probably know that Pokemon is absolutely my favorite video game of all time. I will never stop playing it, it's incredible. But actually, that is not the first video game I ever played. And by telling you guys what my first game and game system was, I will definitely be dating myself, because a lot of you guys seem to think that I'm a little bit younger than I am, probably because I dress like I just came out of a Hot Topic in 2005. But yeah, my first video game that I ever played was on the Sega Genesis, and it was Sonic the Hedgehog. The system was my brother's, so I would only get to play when he was not playing, but I absolutely loved that game. I don't know when they started having save files, but there was no save file for Sonic the Hedgehog, so when you played it, you had to try to play the entire thing all the way through because you couldn't save. So that was actually a really difficult game, but I got very good at the beginning levels. Like, I was extremely good at it, and I actually never fully ditched those games even when I was like in the height of my Pokemon obsession, although I would argue that the height of my Pokemon obsession is now. And I still play a lot of games now aside from Pokemon. That's just like my number one. So yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!